here's another diverse person. From the New York Post, Amy Schneider's Jeopardy winning streak has finally come to an end. Last week, the 42-year-old made history when, and I'm just reading the language from this article. Otherwise, I wouldn't be choosing this language myself. Last week, the 42-year-old made history when she won her 39th game and became number 2 on the game show's consecutive winning list and the winningest woman of all time. But her time at the top ended Wednesday when she lost to Roan Talsma, a librarian from Chicago. And lots of jokes can be made here and have already been made, so I'm late to it, saying maybe the final category was what is a woman. It wasn't. The final category was countries of the world. And then now Schneider trails only Ken Jennings, 74 wins, on the long-running game show's consecutive wins list. But she, quote unquote, is now the number 1 champion woman contestant of all time. And the second place woman, I'm trying to find her on here. There was a quote. Maybe I cut it off. The second place woman, who's really the first woman, she, the actual she, congratulated the fake she for, supplanting her as the top female Jeopardy contestant of all time. Because that's what she has to do. Do you think the woman who actually is the best female Jeopardy contestant of all time, you think she's happy about this? That her place has been taken from her by a man? No, but she has to pretend that way. With today's inflation, we all need to be finding ways to save money on things that we use every day. Ever wonder how to strike the best deals and save up to 90% on brand new items without even needing to leave your home? Best of all, well, look no further than Deal Dash, one of the leading auction sites in the United States with over a decade in the business. Whether you're in the market for a basic kitchen appliance or a luxury upgrade to your old TV, whatever you want, Deal Dash will allow you to get the best deals on whatever you're looking for. Deal Dash has hundreds of auctions daily on brand new items ranging from TVs and laptops to tools and kitchenware, even cars, with guaranteed free shipping. All auctions start at $0 and you have a 90-day money-back guarantee on your first bid pack purchase. You can use Deal Dash both online at dealdash.com as well as through our iOS and Android apps. Game mechanics are simple. All auctions start at $0. Each bid raises the final auction price by 1 cent and resets the clock to 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds run out, the final bidder wins and can claim the auction win by paying the final price. Don't be made victim to today's inflation. Get all of the new products you desire without the price hikes at Deal Dash today. Use promo code Walsh for an additional 100 free bids when making your first bid pack purchase and start bidding now. So now she's the top, now she's number 2 and the man is number 1 for female contestants. And I have to just complain about this again because the New York Post, I guess, would consider itself to be a just kind of mainstream media outlet. But I've read plenty of articles in supposedly conservative outlets about this story, about Amy Schneider. And in the vast majority of them, even these conservative outlets are using the preferred pronoun for Amy Schneider, for calling a man a woman. And they do this, as I've complained about many times, they do this, many of these conservative outlets, even while pretending to oppose this. They'll report on Leah Thomas over at University of Pennsylvania, crushing the female competition, and report on it in a negative way, like this is a bad thing. Female sports are being destroyed by this, everything else. And yet they'll still use the preferred pronoun. I've read plenty of commentary pieces by conservatives saying this is terrible, women's sports are under attack because of people like Leah Thomas. She is crushing the competition. Well, do you see you've just destroyed your argument? You've surrendered the point. It's over now. The moment you agree with the language you choose to use, the moment that you agree that this in fact is a woman, what are you arguing about? Just immense cowardice, even among conservatives. And I use that phrase conservative very, very loosely. I think we need to put scare quotes around that, like we do around she when talking about Amy Schneider or Leah Thomas. Because this is not just compromising with the left. This is not you. There's plenty of that has happened in recent years. But this is you adopting far, far left radical ideas. And not just far left radical ideas, but far left radical ideas about basic facts of existence. You are adopting their premise in the most extreme ways about basic facts of reality. The moment you do that, you're on their side. I don't care what else you have to say. I don't care what your other positions are. I would go so far as to say, you could be strongly in favor of gun rights. You could be anti-immigration. You don't like high taxes, small government, all that kind of stuff. You could even call yourself pro-life and go to the March for Life. But if you're going to start calling a man a woman, then you're on the left. Because you have agreed with their version of reality. And it's a version of reality where, all of their other ideological points sprout from that. This is the root here. And everything else is a branch from that root. Because leftism is all about relativism. It's the worship of the self. That's why this gender stuff is so important to them. Because they want to establish that reality itself is subject to an individual's whims. If I feel a certain way, I can change reality. Reality will change itself according to my whims. If you agree with that by calling a man a woman, because that's what they want to be called, then you've given up the whole game. You are in no coherent way a conservative at that point. What are you conserving? I think there are many things that need to be conserved in this culture, but to begin with, we have to conserve reality. If we're not conserving that, then we lose everything. So you can't say, okay, I'll give up reality, but I really care about gun rights. Well, good for you. Go to an Antifa meeting and tell them about that. You're not on our side. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Matt Walsh Show. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there so you can stay up to date on all of our future content.